What would be your advice for youngins coming in when they first get that paycheck? What should they do with it first?
To your question, it depends on what you come from. Like, there's no need for KJ to buy me a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
But a lot of parents in a lot of situations, they live vicariously through their kids. So when they make it, we made it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need this house. It's that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's those pressures that some parents put on their kids, which is unfair.
When you ask white kids, what's the first thing you bought? They've never said anything about buying their parents anything. They're taught to move the money forward, right? So whatever money they get, they're saving, so when they get kids, they can take care of their kids for their kids to take care of their kids. Right. We're taught when we make money, move back.
We gotta take care of our parents.
We gotta take care of our parents. So by the time we all get kids, there's no money left, right? So the life we gave our parents, we can't give our kids. So there's no generational, we can't use the generational wealth because we're moving it back.
Right. And we're taught that.
Yeah.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You saw the clip. You see the thumbnail. I'm looking over here, my dog, he's sneaking in the room with me, right? But it's a very important thing where sometimes the generational curse is helping the wrong generation. Now, we've talked about this before, but I'm in Gen X. And my parents are boomers, and my grandparents was that the silent generation, greatest generation, something like that, right? And then my son would be a millennial? I want to say. Well, he's a millennial. I forget which. I don't know those two dates, but the issue would be this. So I've watched. My grandparents would be the silent generation's greatest generation. Take care of me, which would be Gen X. While my parents, the boomers, were trying to figure out life, right? Now that my parents are grandparents, they're not doing the things that their parents did, that they put on their parents. They're not. My parents are not helping raise my kid or babysitting or watching them or taking them for 3, 4, 5 years. You get what I'm saying? None of that, right? But part of success in my generation would be Gen X. And I would say some in millennial too, because I was born at the end of Gen X and darn near the beginning of millennials. So there's this group that part of success is taking care of mama and taking care of the family, which when it comes to my grandmother, my grandfather, they weren't really taken care of like that. You get what I'm saying? And my uncles, their siblings, my uncles and aunts, the kids weren't taking care of grandma and grandma. Near the end, I can't say they took care of my grandmother. One of my grandmothers near the end. My grandfather, no. He was living off of my granddad for the most part. So nobody took care of them per se. Well, the boomers, you got to take it taken care of. Parents taking care of them, kids taking care of them. Now, it's kind of a 50-50 split with this. Some of the boomers that were actually taken care of actually did revert and be their parents who were the grandparents who took care of the kids. Others didn't. So I'm going to just give it a 50-50 on that, right? But what's most important, what I was talking about, is the generational wealth. Because what you're seeing is generations not respecting money to the point where older people, like grandparents, want their children to take care of them, as he said, at the expense of the grandchildren. That's that. So so if you know you're supposed to spend as much money to make sure your parents' life is this that and the third, right? They're supposed to live high on the hog, and then when they pass away, you're supposed to take care of yourself, and then take care of your kids per se, right? But the interesting thing is, you might not be able to afford taking care of your grandkids, so you took care of your parents and you took care of your kids. And because of that, you couldn't take care of your grandkids. And your kids are dependent on you taking care of them, even as adults in ways. And your parents are dependent on you taking care of them in ways. And nobody's taking care of you. And when you get old, don't expect anybody to take care of you because but your kids gonna be accustomed to you doing everything. So they're not gonna do nothing for you. I hate to break that news to you because a lot of folks is entitled and lazy, because there's no respect for money. People are, now we're entering that realm where people are just waiting on people to die so they could ball out. Daddy got diabetes? He do? Daddy, you got diabetes? Yeah, son, I got the sugars. Well, I put some ice in your Kool-Aid. It's just the way you like it. Just drink up, nice and syrupy. And hopefully you don't die in front of me, because I don't want you to see me not save you when I got the chance. Well, that's we're in that generation where people watch you suffer and they won't help you. They just go, oh, freak out, oh, somebody help. What to do? Sir, how am I supposed to save him? Well, all you do is this, and this. Well, I can't do that. Sarah gonna have to save you, Sarah. If Alexa and Sarah don't save you, you're gonna die, but I'm sorry. But do you have my money in the will? Is it in this trust? You gonna look out for me, right? And on top of that, you got people in Gen X and millennials who have to think about, if I take care of my parents, because hear me out when I say this. Some of these parents don't deserve being taken care of. So some of us have taken care of parents who weren't deserving. You get what I'm saying? And if we've done that, you might be a bit resentful because it's like, you didn't take care of me like this, but I'm taking care of you like this. And at the same time, I got kids to take care of. And you're not going to help me take care of my kids. You just going to just suck up air and resources. And now you got to look at the kid and hope the kid is a responsible adult. And if the kid is, you're like, good, great. And then if the kid is not a responsible adult, now you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to help my kid because I need to help my grandkid? But my kid is irresponsible as an adult and as a parent. So if everything I get to them, they're going to F it up. So should I just give it to my grandkid? But I need to help my grandkid because my grandkid needs stuff. And we talking about generational wealth, and it's like, oh my God. Now I got to make sure I'm in the gym and eating properly because I got to live long enough to get this money to the right person. Because we're raised to give it to the wrong people. We're living in a society where people will blow the next generation inheritance on Dubai, on Vegas, on Gucci, just on brunch, on going out. I finally got my dream car. Yay! And it's like, oh, okay. No sacrifices? I sacrificed all my life. And it's like, no, you didn't. Your parents sacrificed. Your children sacrificed, but you didn't. So when do we say no to the generational curse of helping the wrong generation? Just answer my question. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.